years ago on a distant battlefield, I stood over Asmodan, sword raised to deliver the death blow.
You did not kill him?
No. One of my brethren, Ardleon, called for help.
You had to save him instead?
Yes. And now Asmodan threatens all I hold dear once again.
You cannot regret saving the life of an ally.
I see that now. I wish my angelic brethren felt the same.
What is the greatest change for you, now that you're mortal?
I will die, of course.
That isn't exactly what I meant.
But that is the difference. When you are mortal, every moment is precious. Everything matters. It is exhilarating. I knew Zoltan Kuhl was special from the moment I met him. He had a keen mind for the arcane. During the hunt for the three, he was the bearer of the Soul Stones, and must have studied them intently. Though it is an aberration, the Black Soul Stone is a testament to his genius. The Black Soul Stone was created to be an improvement over the original three. They were crafted to contain single demons, but Kuhl intended his to hold many. But the Black Soul Stone is flawed, and cannot contain that many demons for long. We must capture Asmodan within it, and shatter it, lest all these evils be reborn. Of the many things I find intriguing about humans, the greatest is their endless thirst for knowledge. Angels believe that everything there is to know is written in the scroll of fate. Therefore, curiosity is not a common angelic trait. Ironically, my suspicions have been confirmed. Angels do not, in fact, know everything. Seeing the world through mortal eyes has given me much to ponder.
The Black Soulstone's getting hotter, straining against me. They're whispering to me from inside.
The demons within seek escape. Only your power can keep it from splitting apart, my daughter. It's a heavy burden, but the fate of the world lies in your hands.
You look unwell, Leah. Is the stone working against you?
It's getting more difficult. But it's nothing I can't handle.
The demons war and rage to escape their imprisonment. Their fury will only increase over time. Leah is very brave, but we'd best hurry before her strength fails.
Soon, Asmodan will fall, and then we can trap him within the Black Soulstone. My mission is nearly complete.
Only fools celebrate victory before the battle's begun. Along with Belial, Asmodan has ruled the ravening hordes of the burning hells for over 3 centuries. His cunning is beyond imagining.
Demons are demons, cunning or not. My crossbows will put an end to him, just like the others.
Cooking and serving gruel ain't glorious, but these men can't fight and die on empty stomachs.
Can you remember anything else now?
Yes, faintly. My sisters and I were once mere servants in the house of a great Vigerai lord.
Did he instruct you in magic then?
No. I began reading his spell books out of curiosity and teaching magic to my sisters. Tricks, really. It was amusing for a time, but then I learned that he had begun to summon demons.
What happened to your Vigerai master? Did the demons kill him?
My sisters and I waited until all of his associates had gathered to summon a greater demon. We slew them all to the last man. But they uttered curses upon us with their dying breaths. My sisters and I, we fell. Our death seemed certain. When I woke, the dark figure of the Prophet was staring down at me. That is how I met him.
Please, tell me about your brother. I would like to know the truth.
We used to be a team. I'd tip him off to some of the Thieves Guild's hits. He'd bring in the guards and play it off like it was a lucky catch. But one time he showed up too early.
The time you robbed the Merchant's Guild bank?
None other. Some of the guards became suspicious. They thought he was involved. And he's been rotting in a cell in Kingsport ever since. I managed to escape.
That must weigh heavily upon you.
I don't know what I feel anymore.
Someone's got to light those signal fires.
You heard the Angel's command. Let the call sound forth. Bastion!
From the burning desert to the freezing north. You don't make it easy on us, do you?
Not me. The Lords of Hell. I must follow them.
At least there's a lot of work to be done here. These men fight with blunted swords and dented armor. It's good to help. What will you do when this battle is ended?
I can't think about that until I've won.
It's never too early.
The demons will scatter when Azmodan is dead. I will hunt them down and slay them one by one.
A noble goal. I just want a quiet town in the country where I can work and live a life of peace.
We saw the signal fire. We must light the rest, but the demons swarm around them.
Get back inside the keep!
No! I have to help hold the walls.
Look out! This is monstrous. He was little more than a boy.
Not enough discipline. too low on discipline.
I hear you're the best there is. It's an honor to fight by your side.
It's hopeless!
heavy foe.
I will not do that.
Those bastards didn't stand a chance.
I can't do as smart as this.
This may be our last stand.
You're a welcome sight, hero.
So you're the wretch that's given me such trouble. Thrash as you might, you will not keep me from the Soul Stone.
What in the hells was that?
An illusion. I wouldn't worry about it.
We've seen the fires you've lit. Fear has no more hold on us. The catapults could break Azmodan's lines, but we can't raise them from their berths while demons swarm over the walls.
I will raise the catapults and send Azmodan's legions to their deaths.
It is grim out here. We've seen worse.
I can see the signal fires lit all across the keep and on the battlefield. The defenders rally to the fires. But though the battlements are secured, we have bought ourselves no victory, only time. We need the catapults, but with the demons on the walls, the crews have been unable to raise them.
We must prepare the catapults to protect the walls from more attacks.
You and I both know that this battle will not be settled with catapults.
No. It will be settled in blood and death. But we can start with catapults.
We will make the demons flee before us. That will be a sight to see.
There's a hundred other places the demons could come at us. From below, for instance.
You mean not through the kitchen? Half of the weapons in this heap are covered in rust. What is the quartermaster?
I am once again filled with the thrill of battle. It has been too long since I have raised my blade against the forces of the burning hells. I remember countless battles within the heart of Pandemonium, as my brethren and I risked everything to drive the demon spawn back to their hells.
A noble effort.
Yes, it was. We waged our eternal conflict since the light first broke upon creation. But now, for the first time, it feels as if its end is in sight.
It will be difficult to break Azmodan's advance without the catapults brought to bear. The demons' numbers are too great. In time, they will overrun us. But if the catapults can be raised, our superior position may make all the difference.
This will help.
Thank the heavens you're here. We're down to 4 lads until reinforcements arrive. Trouble is, the lift stopped. You can't see what went wrong through all the muck down there. Oh, what now?
More of the brutes from below, Captain. What do we do?
Private, if you need to be told which end of the sword goes where, you haven't been paying attention! Fight to your last breath, lads! The lift is moving again! Hold steady, lads! Reinforcements are on their way! Demons! Get ready, men! Victory! We would have fallen without your aid. It was an honor to fight at your side. That was
They're coming back! Ready yourselves! Going to die.
More discipline.
Transferring to Bastion's keep was as dull as I imagined. The soldiers spend most of their time gambling. I guess this is what I should expect from this hollowed-out rock, a shadow of its former glory. Still, I am here to provide for Anna. I hope she is well.
Fight with everything you've got!
Too low on discipline.
It's hopeless!
You must be the one that lit the signal fires. Help me free the recruits so they can raise this catapult. Over here. Excellent. Let's protect the recruits while they raise the catapult.
Their assault must end here.
The fire's lit and the catapult's firing on the battlefield.
Not enough discipline.
These enemies defy all reason.
That would not be wise.
Please don't let them find me.
Your comrades need your help out there, you coward.
I'm so scared. How are we supposed to fight these things?
Scouts report that more of those wretched demon hellbearers will be here in a moment. The soldiers need to be protected. The platform will rise more quickly if we don't lose men. Thanks to your help, we can finally get these catapults firing on the demons on the battlefield. The soldiers out there have a chance.
It looks as if you're alone up here.
Of course I'm bloody well alone. Everyone else has gone and died. But I'll be damned if I leave my post. Make yourself useful and spin that winch. Oh, right. Don't mind me. I'll just bloody well carry on trying to raise a great bloody catapult on my own, shall I? Promised Captain Ho I'd watch my temper. Do me a favour, and don't mention that I shouted at you a little, alright?
sacrifices. Of course they failed him. We will seize our victory through bloodshed.
It is not right for these people are trapped here.
I need more discipline.
With your paltry catapults, my demons breach the depths of your keep. Once they've claimed the Black Soulstone for me, your entire world will burn.
Asmodan's demons have torn holes in our walls and are flooding into the depths. If the holes are not sealed, the keep will be overrun.
Then they must be secured. I will go.
I bring word from the King of Westmarch.
Has he agreed to send us reinforcements?
My lord says he will send no living men to battle imaginary demon lords.
Perhaps he'll believe when his kingdom is burnt to ashes around. You are a great warrior.
It helps to be working with a great commander.
I do what I can. Imperius himself would have been hard-pressed to hold these walls as long as these soldiers have. This world owes them a great debt.
Who is Imperius?
Imperius is the Archangel of Valor. It is he who commands the legions of the high heavens.
Have the demons ever come close to winning the eternal conflict?
We thought we had lost everything at the 5th battle of the Diamond Gates. The prime evils and their legions crashed against the very entrance of heaven itself. But one of my most trusted lieutenants, Iswal, turned them back. Still, The day might have been lost had the demon lords not fallen to fighting amongst themselves. So confident of their impending victory, they turned on each other over the spoils they had yet to win. I shudder to think what the demon lords might accomplish should they ever stop betraying one another. Such is the self-defeating nature of evil.
The demons are in the keep! They're coming up from the depths! To arms!
It's just unnatural. I go with the demons, but this is...
I know.
You've been stung.
I
must
know it was.
You've been
Oh, no.
I would ask if you're all right.
You see? They can kill any of us at any time. I won't wait a second longer. I am leaving now.
That's good to hear. The demons are hungry. I'm sure they'd enjoy picking at your miserable hide.
These soldiers...
Anyone, I cannot defend...
Oh, I don't know. There is a disgusting, slobbering, fat-oozing demon...
Anyone who gets close to me will be in danger.
Trust me, you'll appreciate having a loved one to come home to when you're done saving. I see a foul darkness gathering around us.
Do the demons escape from the stone?
No. You help Leah contain the energy within the stone.
Been fortunate enough to learn much of the barbarians' complicated history in my time. Yet the origins of these large, mighty warriors are hazy at best. Legend holds that they are the offspring of Bull Kathos, an ancient who embodied their ideals of strength, bravery, and courage. Children of Bull Kathos settled in the northern steppes, an area that is now known as the Dreadlands. Theirs was primarily a nomadic and tribal culture, though they had a few permanent settlements such as Cesseron and Harogoth. A group of revered former warriors known as the Elder Council ruled the barbarians.
enemies defy all reason.
Betrays you.
I can't do that.
the innocent!
My dearest Jonathan, I hope this letter finds you well, and that life at Bastion's Keep is not too difficult. Arthur is growing up to be just like his father. I'm happy to hear you'll be back in time for his birthday, and I'll be praying every night for your safe return.
Another attack is coming. We should strike first. darkness grows while we stand about. I hear sly giggling from the walls all around. The demons think to ambush us.
That's disturbing.
It is good that you've come along. Our lads are fighting with blades held to hilts by bits of string. They need better weapons if we are going to survive. Watch my back while I work. I'm heading to the anvil. Stay at my side. And done. You've saved a lot of lives today. Thank you.
These creatures won't go down easily. You won't survive that. By all that is holy, can you see that enemy over there? To think the world is safer now. Bleed, you filth! There's no telling how many demons got through that breach. We should prepare for the worst.
too low on discipline. Just a taste.
You're too late. My servant is already inside your walls, and his hunger is ravenous. He will devour your corpse and those of your friends.
Not enough discipline.
They say that Azmodan is the greatest battle commander in all the burning hells.
he will fall.
The barbarians have always defended their lands in the north from trespassers. They believe that it is their sacred charge to guard Mount Ariat and the world stone within it from the outside world. Unfortunately, their battle prowess and tenacity have been misinterpreted as bloodthirst and territorial savagery by soldiers in Westmarch.
Need more discipline.
Years ago, Baal was loosed upon the world. He besieged the barbarian capital of Cesseron and used treachery to access the World Stone Chamber, circumventing the three ancient guardians, Talik, Modok, and Korlik. In the end, he succeeded in corrupting the great artifact. Though Baal was slain by heroes, his damage was irreversible.
This was no ordinary battle.
I would like to hear another...
I once traveled. I woke up in a beautiful... I had to leave in a hurry.
We are not alone in here.
The one who killed Lord Belial. I will savor, tearing the flesh from your bones.
You ever wonder why Lyndon remains with us? I thought he would have weaseled away by now.
He's entertaining enough. I am not bothered by his presence.
Useless tool. You have only delayed your inevitable destruction. Your walls have grown no stronger. Our assault continues unabated. The stone